One of the greatest things, I was thinking yesterday, that the greatest profession that an individual can have, to me, and I'm a little biased, but I think the greatest profession that a person can have is one of those professions which reach outside of the capacity in which you get paid. And that profession to me is the profession of being an educator. I think that being an educator is a great profession because what it does is it shows that an educator is like a candle. They give of themselves to light the way for others. And you can be an educator outside of the classroom. You don't have to work for the school system to be an educator. You can educate. You don't even have to be a parent to be an educator. You can be an educator just by coming in contact not with children, but with everyone. Everyone you meet, you ought to be teaching them something. And in order for you to teach them something, you have had to go through an experience in which you learned something. You can't teach what you haven't learned. You can't teach me how to drive if you've never been behind the wheel of a car. You can't teach me how to work on a car if you don't even know where the button is, where the lever is, as my mama used to say, to heist the hood of a car. If you're going to heist the hood, then if you're going to teach me something, you need to know where the motor is. And a good teacher, before they begin to educate or teach other people, other children or other people, a good teacher, what they do is they evaluate what the student already knows. A good educator evaluates what you already know. Before I go in and start teaching you something, a good teacher will sit down and try to figure out where you are your educational level, so that I'm not wasting my time teaching you something that you already know, or yet wasting my time to teach you something you have no idea of the concept that I'm trying to teach. So before I start trying to teach you what Pythagorean's theory is, or try to teach you geometry, or try to teach you algebra, I need to know, are you able to do division? Well, before I teach you long division or short division, I need to find out if you know how to multiply or subtract. And before I even teach you how to subtract, I need to know if you know how to add. Because it's a waste of my time trying to teach you algebra and you don't know what 2 plus 3 is. I'm trying to teach you algebra and you think that 2 plus 3 is 23, and it's not. So I have to find out where you are, and then we can build on what you already know to go forward so that you can learn something even greater. And in this text in the Old Testament, in this particular text with the man of God and the prophet, he has an encounter with this woman, and this woman begins to show the man of God what she already knows before he begins to teach her just how good God is to his people. And so the underlying theme in this Old Testament text is to show us that God never takes for granted, or he never stops blessing his people long after his people have gone on the wayside or even in front of your face. He will show you that you will never be forsaken. And so this woman now lets him know in this encounter that, man of God, I am a woman of God, but yet I'm in trouble. But I'm not just in trouble, I'm pulling on the fact that even though I'm in trouble, I know that my God can and will bless me in spite of the trouble that I'm in. And the whole ground of appeal on which this poor woman relies in trouble, and what proves so entirely adequate, is the fidelity or the faithfulness to God of her deceased husband. She says to Elijah in verse 1, she says, thy servant who was my husband. Okay, Elijah, your servant, the man that walked with you, one of your students, happened to be my husband. And my husband taught me something. He taught me to fear God. He taught me, she says, my husband is dead, and you know that thy servant did fear the Lord. And because he feared the Lord, he taught his wife and his children how to serve and fear the Lord. It's a good thing to be around other people that know how to serve God. It's a good thing to be in a relationship with someone that knows who God is. I wish I had one good amen in here, that it's good to have someone in your life that knows how to serve God. Then you got to start, when you're looking for God to bless you with someone, don't just look for someone that looks good. You need to look for someone that looks God. Oh, I done preached already right there. How he looks doesn't matter. What matters is his relationship and walk with God. Because looks wear out. Looks get old. Looks get tired. They can be in a car accident. They can be in a wreck that disfigures them or dismembers them. But if he has a relationship with God, that never runs old and never runs tired. Because when you get in trouble in the house, how good he looks is not going to take care of the bills. What's going to take care of the bills is that even if you don't know he's praying, he's somewhere calling on God. I'm going to get in trouble right now, but I might as well. I've never seen so many. I know the TV show is out called Desperate Housewives, but I've never seen so many desperate women that settle for anything, any kind of man. I was a woman, I wouldn't settle for any man if he didn't have a strong walk with the Lord, because I would need somebody. I wish I had a sister here that would say amen. I don't care what he looks like. I take an old bum, old stumble bum, as long as he know how to pray. Woo, Lord. And he didn't have to pray with me all the time, as long as I have somebody that's praying for me. Oh, y'all ain't saying nothing. And so she says, y'all sit down, sit down. So she says, your servant, my husband, is dead. And now she assumes something. She assumes that Elijah is on this count almost bound to interfere on behalf of the man's two sons. She assumes, she says to him, my husband was your servant, and my husband had two boys, and now I'm in trouble, and because I'm in trouble, my sons are in trouble, and because my sons are in trouble, you have a responsibility, man of God, to help me get out of this. And so the sons are in danger because of the debt she owes of going into slavery. Because today, if you owe someone something, they will take you downtown to the magistrate and they will file a civil suit, and you will have a judgment placed on your credit until you pay that bill off. Well, back then you didn't get a judgment. You were carried away into slavery to work the debt off. And this woman said, I need my boys in my life. I don't need them being a slave to someone else. I need them for my survival. I wish I had about 5 or 15 people in here that would just look at someone and just tell them, neighbor, I need my children in my life and not slave to the devil. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Let's try that again. Tell someone, I need my family to be in my life and not a slave to the devil for something that I did wrong. Y'all ain't saying nothing. The devil will try to take your children because you made a mistake. The devil will try to take your family because you messed up. But the devil is a lie. But God, I need you to help me, God. Even why please don't punish my children who happen to be innocent, because I was a guilty one. I was guilty. They are innocent. But the devil will take the innocent to pay the price for the guilty. But look at someone and tell them, God's going to pay my debt in full today. I need you to touch someone real quickly. High five them like you're going to take the hand off and just tell them, Satan is trying to enslave my house. And they didn't get it. Find another neighbor. Tell them, say, other neighbor, the devil's trying to put my house in slavery. But the devil is a lie. He can't put in slavery what he doesn't own. My house is the Lord's. The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. And so now y'all sit down. Y'all trying to help me make me preach real fast. And Elijah allows the validity of her claim. And straightway he comes to their relief. And so now the fact that he came to their relief, oh, this is good preaching to me right here. The fact that he came to their relief is an example that we may recall that the psalmist said, because you have to understand something, that the man was Elijah's servant. The man was a son of the prophet, and now the man had died and his children were in trouble. And so the wife says to the man of God, I need your help, man of God, because my children are in trouble. And so Elijah says, I will do something about this. And the moment Elijah said he would do something about this, it brings into order the words of the psalmist David, which ministered and directed this and said this. He could not say it too strongly and impress upon every doubting mother and every doubting father. David said, let me tell you my testimony. He said, I used to be a young man. Now I'm an old man. He said, yet I've never seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed beg for bread. So now this woman says, Elijah, my children are in trouble. My husband was a righteous man, and now his children are in trouble. Elijah said, listen, I'm going to say something before the king ever hears it, that the righteous child will not be forsaken. I need every parent in here, anybody that knows a parent, to look at somebody and tell them the righteous child will never be forsaken, or the seed of the righteous will never be forsaken. Let me tell you, there is a blessing that rests upon the seed of the righteous. If you sit next to somebody that look like they're halfway living right, tell them there's a blessing waiting for your children. There's a blessing waiting for your grandchildren. There's a blessing waiting on them. God said, I'm not going to deny them what's rightfully theirs. I'm not going to punish them for your mess ups, but I'm going to bless them for your bless ups. So every time you bless her, God said, I'm laying something aside for your children. If you believe it, slap somebody and tell them my family is blessed and they don't even know it. And Elijah said to her, listen, he said, I'm going to do something for you. Well, give me about 3 more minutes. I'm going to get out of here because y'all looking at me strange. And Elijah said unto her, he said, what do you want me to do for you? Tell me what I shall do for thee. And then he asked her this strange question. He said, what hast thou in thy house? What do you have in your house? I need you to look at someone next to you and ask them, say, what do you have in your house? They don't get it. Turn to someone else and say, what's going on in your house? What have you stored up in your house? Is there anything in your house that I need y'all to help me preach it like this? Ask your neighbor, say, neighbor. I need about 40 of y'all to ask your neighbor, say, neighbor, is there anything in your house that God can use to bless you? Woo! Oh, God. Oh, God. She started thinking, she said, well, man of God, I don't have anything thy handmaid. Woo! I just thought about that. She said, thy handmaid, or the servant of God. I'm a servant. I need about 45 people to slap somebody and tell them I am a servant of God. And I'm set up for a miracle. She said, I don't have anything save a pot of oil. I need you to look at someone and tell them I still got a little oil left in the house. Yet in this extremity with this jar of oil as her sole possession, what does the prophet tell her to do? In other words, the only thing she has left is a pot of oil. She doesn't have much. She only has oil that with the purpose of feeding her sons who are about to be taken away. And what does the man of God tell her to do? He says, go and borrow empty vessels of all of her neighbors and borrow just as many as you can get your hand on. Was it not? This was not a strange command, but he says to her, get empty vessels. Why not borrow? If I need more oil, why not get vessels full of oil? Why not get vessels with oil already in them? I'll tell you why. Because if she had borrowed vessels with oil, then she would have been creating more debt. So he says to her, don't get any more debt. Just go get something to hold your blessing. Oh, y'all ain't saying nothing. The empty vessels, the fact of bringing empty vessels into her house implied that she had something to fill them with. But she didn't have anything to fill them with. But the man of God said, I'm testing your faith in your worst situation. See, the most difficult time that you go through is when God will pull on your faith. He says, go get something to fill these vessels up. Well, I don't have anything but a little oil. Go get some vessels because we can ready to fill them. I need you to look at someone and tell them, get ready. Because God's getting ready to fill your vessels with something that you don't have. I need you to turn another because they have sleep. They don't believe. Look at someone and tell them, don't hate on me. Because God's going to take what I got left in my house and turn this whole thing around. And so what she did, it shows the greatness of this woman's faith. We need to trust God that he can and will and does supply all of our needs. Even though the purse is empty, God can send the means to fill it. I need someone, you ain't got to tell all your business, business. But even, let's switch it up. Let's talk about your neighbor. Tell your neighbor, say, neighbor, y'all help me. So some of y'all looking at me. I need about 46 people in here that just look at someone and tell them, say, neighbor, I don't want to know your business, but I promise you that even if your bank account is empty, before this year is out, God's gonna fill. I ain't saying nothing. God's gonna. I need someone to look at someone. Tell me your account's been empty long enough. You've been checking balances, wondering if the check was gonna clear long enough. You've been sending payments off, saying, Lord, let me get the money long enough. It's just your season. If you believe it, somebody ought to holler, it's just my time. God's gonna fill it. I need you to touch someone and tell them, God's gonna fill it. Come on, touch another neighbor. Say, other neighbor, God's gonna fill your vessel. It may not be on my time. It may not be on your time. But yet in his own time, God will provide. Oh, if you believe it. Slap somebody, tell them, I believe God's gonna turn it around. So he says to her, he commands her. He's not asking her. He now commands her. He now tells her what to do. He says, get the vessels. Come back in the house. He says, and when you get in the house, I want you to shut the door upon you and upon your sons. And then you shall pour out. Because this one implies something. This next work, this next miracle is going to be so sacred that it cannot be completed with vulgar wonder. In other words, you can't have everybody in your business on this next miracle. Oh, y'all didn't want to say amen on that one. I need you to touch someone and say, neighbor, this next miracle is going to be so great that you can't let everybody in on your business. It's going to be a private one. You got to shut the doors on folks in 2017. Too many people have had access to your information. Too many people have been spying on you. Too many people know what's going on. But touch someone and tell them, shut the door, baby. The old songwriter said it like this, that when we get behind closed door, I need you, if you believe God, to jump up real quick and touch 3 people and tell them, shut the door and get ready. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. God's going to do this one by yourself. God's going to do this one and ain't nobody going to know it. You ain't going to be able to put this one on Facebook. Don't post this next miracle. He said, turn the computer off. Turn the system off. Don't chat snack this one. Don't Twitter this one. Don't book face this one. Just get behind closed doors. And I just heard the Lord say, because I'm waiting behind the door for you. Oh, God, anybody believe that? Slap somebody 5 and tell them, say, neighbor, when you get home today, God's waiting for you. Shut the door and have a little talk with Jesus. Oh, then you can pour out. And then the Bible says that the woman of God got the oil and got the vessels, and she kept on pouring, and she kept on pouring, and she kept on pouring, and she kept on pouring. And then he turned, the Bible says the woman turned to her son that was supposed to go into slavery, and she said to him, baby, go get me another vessel, because the oil won't stop. I need you to look at somebody in town and say, neighbor, get you another vessel, because the oil won't stop. Get ready for another. I need y'all to help me. I need y'all to help me today. Turn to someone and say, neighbor, get ready to open up a new bank account, because the oil won't stop. When they put the sign up, talk about another credit union was over there. I said, Lord, I got to get by there and open up another account. What name you going to put on it? This is my miracle account. This is my oil account. This is the one that the money's going to flow into. And the Bible says she told her son, get something else. And the son said, no, I don't have anything else. And the Bible said that the man of God, somebody ought to catch this right here. The man of God said to her, have you completed pouring the oil? And she said, yes. Somebody say yes. And the man of God, they helping me preach an old school. That's what we used to say, old school. Somebody say, yeah. Y'all get there for a third time. Let me go old school, like old school preacher. Somebody say, yeah. That's the way I used to say it when I started preaching. I get to preaching, I get happy and say, yes. Well, Elijah told us that now that you got enough oil, I told you God was going to take care of you. I need you to touch someone and tell them, say, neighbor, I took them and say, y'all ain't no hope. Find you somebody up if they don't want to say, and tell them, say, neighbor, I told you God was going to take care of you. I told you God was going to provide for you. I told you you wouldn't lose the car. I told you you wouldn't lose the house. He said, go. Slap somebody and tell them, God said, go. He said, sell the oil. He said, pay your debt and live off the rest. I need, what are you saying, Bishop? I'm saying this, when God says, go sell the oil, pay your debt and live off the rest. He said, I just pushed you into a season of overflow. They don't know what I'm talking about, but I need you to touch someone and say, neighbor, I believe in my heart. And God ain't helping me. Tell someone, say, neighbor, I believe in my heart that one thing I am ready for is overflow. I can handle overflow. I might not handle millions, but I can handle some overflow. I might not handle being a billionaire, but I'm ready for overflow. If you're ready for it, slap somebody and tell them, I feel God in this room. Oh, what did it? What did it? What got her from being in slavery to being blessed? It was the oil. I'm not talking about this oil. I'm talking about the oil of the anointing. I need you to touch someone and say, neighbor, y'all ought to help me preaching in here. Shake someone's hand and say, neighbor, after all the things I've been through, I came out anointed. I came out with a supernatural anointing. I came out with fresh oil. I didn't just come out of this thing, but I came out with power. I came out stronger. I came out with a supernatural anointing. I came out a devil chaser. I came out ready to fight the devil. I didn't go to be allowed on just to sit back and cry. They didn't talk about me. I didn't go and have to suffer losing my job just to sit home and cry. I came out anointed. I didn't go home and have to sit in the corner and say nobody cares for nothing. I came out with an anointing. I didn't go through with my family just to come out and say, God, I thank you. But I came out with an anointing. Somebody ought to say, I am anointed. I got some oil in my house. Where all anointed folks at? I know everybody in here is not anointed. But if you're anointed, I dare to set somebody and tell them I still got some oil in my house. And my oil is going to bless me. My anointing is going to bless me. My anointing is going to open doors. My anointing is going to help me. I didn't get my debt paid off because I was a praiser, but I got it paid off because I had oil in my house. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Look at someone and tell them, say, neighbor, oh neighbor, y'all ain't helping me. Tell somebody, neighbor, oh neighbor, I love to praise him, but I didn't make it with my praise. I made it because I am testimony that when you were sinking, when you were going down for the count, that God slid his hand up under you and held you up. And when you look back over your life, you can tell the world, I'm not praising God for the new house. I'm not praising for the car. I'm praising because when I look back, I still have oil in my house. If you got oil in your house, I dare you to give God a praise for about 15 seconds and tell him thank you for every drop of oil. Stand up, let's pray. If you got some more.
Preach, preach, preach.
Hallelujah.
Oh, God, I thank God for my oil. I said, I thank God for my oil. I ain't got much left. I don't have many friends. I don't have much money. Seems like I don't have much family. But what I do have is some oil in my house. And the oil that I have left is from God, my anointing. All I have is that anointing. And he poured his oil. And it's the oil of the anointing. I must forget, man.
Hallelujah.
Let me tell you something, you get down to where you have nothing left.
Yes.
Oh, God. It's all right. We might as well help her praise him. You don't have anything left. Oh, God. When you don't have anything left.
Hallelujah.
Man, God said, what do you have left? What do you want me to do? I'm in trouble. I'm about to lose my family.
Thank you, Father. Hallelujah.
Go get your oil.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Bless his name. Bless
The
his name.
darkness give up on your family. And you say, God, I'm about to lose them. He said, what do I have left?
Jesus.
All I have is oil. Come on, find your prayer partner real quick. Come on, find your someone.